Okay, so in this video, we're going to look over two more windowed functions, lead and lag. So the first one we'll look at is lead, and it is used to access data in the next row of ordered output. And you can see the syntax here. It's very similar to row number, but rather than row number, we use lead and we insert the column name in brackets. And then the rest is very similar to row number, where it's over partitioned by the column that we are partitioning our result set by, and then we order by the column, which would usually be a date. So in this example here, you can see we're showing the customer number, the payment date, the amount, and then we're showing the amount that was paid next time. So lead of the amount over partitioned by each customer number and order by the payment date. And you can see the output here. So for customer number 103, the last one is always going to be null because there was no next payment. But the first one here, you can see they paid $14,000, 571 on the 5th of June 2003, and the next payment in 2004 was for $6,066. But we can display this on the same row and create a column, and we've called it next payment. And then we can actually create a calculation showing the difference between these if we wanted to. So if I open up MySQL Workbench and open a new query, I'll just paste this in. I'll separate out the lead calculation, so it's the final one again. So again, we just need to put the column that we're showing next inside brackets after lead. So if we run this, again, we're just going to see in the output, we're going to have a few nulls because there was no next payment. But it's very useful to, if we want to see what the payment was next time, and we can see it in the same row. But if we wanted to see the customer's previous payment in the same row, that's where we would use lag. So here you can see the syntax is the exact same. We just replace lead with lag. And I've just wrote it in the same query, but the output is just different, where it's going to show the previous amount on the new column that we've created, and every null value will be in the first row for each customer. So again, back in MySQL Workbench, if I just change this from lead to lag and then just name it previous payment, it's essentially just going to move everything down and bring our null up to be the first payment. And now we can create another column. So we actually need to, so we couldn't create the column until it's been calculated. So we'll need again to make this a CTE first, or a subquery, but I do prefer CTEs. So we'll just name it CTE main, and then we'll do a select star, and then we'll create a calculation where it's amount minus previous payment, and we'll name that as difference from our CTE main. So now we can see the difference. So the amount of this payment on the 19th of the 10th for this customer was 6,000. Their previous payment was 14,000. So we can then calculate that this payment was $8,000 less than their previous payment. Okay, so in the next video, we'll get you to answer one question on your own.